So this was mostly dirt, probably about the way it was when it was built in 1895.
What, the floor in here?
The floor. There was a little bit of concrete over on this side.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, actually this was modeled
Mark,
after.
is this tractor coming on?
Yes,
It was modeled after the one up at McLean here.
that's right. His dad was A.C. Fugie,
Yep, Fugues.
and this was Junior's house.
Oh,
It was
okay.
built in 1895. That was like 1885 or
Yeah,
1880.
yeah, there's tin shop and everything up there too.
Yeah, they owned, I don't know how many acres from here to
Yep.
there.
So, yep.
But
So they got
anyway,
upstairs there too. Yeah.
well, yeah, so we're trying to get it, you know, sort of a balance between, you know, good stewards and keeping it really kind of close to where it was.
Yep, that's good.
And maybe functional, you know?
Sure.
Like the old stairway went right here.
Oh, okay.
And this went in about a month ago.
Sure.
I saved the old storm and intend to frame out and save this chalk writing on the wall here that says Vaudeville Show, July 13th, 14th, and 15th, 1925.
That's funny.
You know, tickets downstairs.
Really? That's cool.
I had some failed foam that kind of ran down the walls on it, and that sort of broke my heart, but.
You got some. This is that star there.
No, that was this stuff? Yeah, that was supposed to be an expanding foam.
Oh, okay.
But what happens if part A sprays and part B doesn't? That's what happens.
You put these trusses in here then?
I did a lot in this garage. It was just, it was about a week from collapsing in. The hip right here,
Yeah.
you see where it's kind of gone?
Rotted.
Yeah, completely. And then all the ends of these rafter tails,
Yeah.
I sistered onto them and gusseted them all. And then, you know, 2x8, you know,
Yeah.
returns.
What you gotta do, some of these old places,
It had
water
that.
damage get in and
Oh my goodness.
wrecked it, but you did, it's been pretty good shape, really.
It looks a little scary, you know, where the top course kind of broken off and stuff, but it's not going anywhere unless it can stretch this
No, it's not gonna go anywhere.
this orange beam. It's not, and I think that's rated for about 2,900 pounds per linear foot. So the point is, I'm demoing interior walls, and it's hydronically heated radiators, and there's ductwork in the walls all over the place.
Really?
And so it's kind of old school hillbilly stuff, you know. They had an evacuation fan in the attic in this.
But don't forget he was in the business with
Yeah.
the heating,
Yeah.
plumbing business, so I'm sure ductwork was, let's go, we can do it. you know?
Yeah, he was drawing the cold out of the basement, pushing it out the attic. So, yeah, I'm gonna put air conditioning in the house, but there's a little hole there, and I'm just gonna tie onto a pulley and open that insulated box,
Yeah.
and there's a great big exhaust fan.
Okay. Cool.
This was he had, this was the carriage house, right? So
Sure.
that horseshoe didn't make it back into rotation. I don't know if they shoot these. There's a picture of him sitting out in front of this place with these, you know, like a gentleman's horse race. You don't ride on the horse; you straddle right up to his haunches in this little bicycle tired thing. You know?
Cool.
So
What other little tools you found here too then?
no, there was nothing that was of any value that I haven't. I found a beer bottle in a wall, and it was a
Lithia?
Lithia. That my friend Mike brought over. It's an old gasoline sign.
American pickers.
Right.
I watch that all the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try to get this nice, flatten out the
yeah,
floor. I've got those I-beams insulated. Yeah.
What would this be?
Just a
Vaudeville.
gathering space.
Could
yeah,
be
tell stories.
vaudeville acts up there.
Yeah, we have vaudeville acts.
Yeah.
This is a show hall.
What do you think that came from?
I think the kids were putting on shows here and they wrote on the wall.
Sure, that's a good idea. 1925.
My
planning on living here, or are you just gonna rent it out?
No, I think, so there was a fire in 1936 in the main floor. 1836, there was a fire, and they took out the grand staircase, or a main staircase. This was the main, one of the main entrances, and when I bought it, this went floor to ceiling here, and there was a door here, and then the platform where you'd have turned and gone up the next tier, but there was no stairs here. It was just a funky closet. There was a door there, and 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 you know.
Yeah.
We opened it up a little bit,
Yeah. I
but
guess
it had evolved already. So if you look, see right here?
Yep.
That window was probably taken out when they took the stairwell out. Right? You can see it goes.
I bet you it was in there for the stairwell.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
light.
Right.
When they took the stairwell out, they closed it.
Right.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm pretty sure that direction is south.
Yep.
And if you have a kitchen here and a bunch of southern, you know, at the 43rd parallel, there's nothing like a little southern exposure. So I've started taking out the boards. I have some work to do, so I didn't think it ought to be all gone yet. But I'm going to skylight up to the top of that and then telescope down to that same octagon shape
Yeah.
of
Cool.
the tower and put that 67 by 36 inch window back in there.
Good idea. Good idea.
I don't know how this wall evolved, but if you're on the outside of the house, you can see that the lintels. Now, I know what happened here. I had someone helping me tear out the wall, tear out the window that was here. It was in terrible shape. The Boston ivy was growing through the window and into the kitchen.
Oh man, what a shame they didn't take care of this place.
Oh my goodness. Moschmeyer says, is the chandelier in the dining room. Spectacular chandelier.
I know Paul Moschmeyer now.
And I'm thinking,
What did you have in there for a floor?
well, so there, you can see the footprint of the kitchen that they had in here.
So I got this nice oak hardwood floor.
Yeah, and I'm going back in with old oak, but the reason that's like that is I took the floor and the subfloor and then planed, there was about a 2-inch hip or ridge
Yeah,
right
okay.
down the middle of this house. Another lady was talking to my wife, and she said, I remember being a little girl, and I was so afraid to walk into that basement. There were posts everywhere. Posts everywhere. Well, now there's a center cinder block wall.
Oh, okay.
And it might have been built, you know, with just a whole bunch of,
Sure.
anyway.
Wow.
This is kind of interesting. So, I'm gonna get my pointer out here. I don't know exactly when it happened, but they put a drop ceiling,
Yeah, false ceiling.
and it was somewhere about the time when sheetrock came in about 18 by 4 foot pieces, and then they plastered over it.
Yeah, I know. I did that years ago. I remember doing it with a guy.
And then there was lath and mortar on here.
Yeah.
But the radiator pipes were between those two. So I think they put in the hydronic heating when they dropped the floor. I found the gas lighting pipes in there, a whole bunch of 3/8 gas lighting. That's probably where the fire started.